Hey guys, Waffle here, and today I have a little bit of a video on survival game mode for you, but first I've been teasing a giveaway and I wanted to make sure that we got that done, right? Because I've been saying about it since my Rosebuds video, but nobody really commented on that. So I want to thank you guys for all the support you've given. This channel is extremely new. I know I get a lot of comments on, oh, why do you only have 400 subs? Why do you only have 500 subs? I made this channel about like 2 weeks ago while my friends were at a convention because I was bored, and it's kind of blown up. So thank you guys so much for that. It's been super fun to get to know you in game, get to see you, get to play with some of you. I'm so appreciative for that. This giveaway is going to be like mostly for anyone, since my channel is so new. You don't need to be a long-time subscriber. I don't have long-time subscribers, I only have new subscribers. So just to enter this giveaway, just make sure that you like the video, you comment below what your favorite unit is, and that's all. I'll pick the winners in an upcoming video, and additionally I'll comment under your post that you've won. I'll do a little spinny wheel for us so we can like choose them together. We're gonna have 3 sets of prizes. We're gonna have first place winning an ice buds and a rose beam and a spore fang. We're gonna have second place winning a bloodvine and a ice buds, and then we'll have third place winning a passion shooter and a pesticider. If anyone can have a pesticider, I've got so many. So if you guys see me in the wild, you can just ask for one. But thank you guys so much for the support. This has been really great. I do want to take 1 second though. I've been getting a lot of DMs in game and a lot of people trying to join my games, and that's totally fine. I have a lot of fun with that. But just try to be mindful, okay? This isn't my full-time job. I'm not a YouTuber. I just like playing Roblox with my friends. So if you see me talking to my friends and planning out a game, you can come say hi, but don't try to hop into our lobby. It kind of stresses me out, not gonna lie. And additionally, don't send me personal information. I don't want to know how old you are. I don't want you to know how old I am. I want to just keep Roblox fun, and I don't want to be like sharing that information over the internet. So even if you guys like me, you trust me, you shouldn't. You don't know who I am, okay? So just keep that in mind when we're going forward. I love like all the support. I love all the comments. I love people watching my videos, but just try to be safe out there, okay? I see a lot of things going on right now in the Roblox community, and I feel like the relationship that people have with YouTubers is very parasocial and not helping. Alright, I'm gonna get to the video. Thank you guys again so much for the support, and let me know what I should do in my next video. We'll get to our actual intro now. Alright guys, with the corrupted event coming up and me gambling all my seeds on Beehive, it is time to lock in girlies. What I'm gonna be doing today is showing you a new strategy that I have in survival game mode to help you unlock the most seeds you can get. So, I'm going to be using the best units I have today. I already have myself lined up. I have my money tree, I've got speed sprinkler to help boost my unit speed, I've got an ice buds laid in there so I can slow the enemies down a little bit. I also have pyro petal ray, Jurgacorn, and Rose Beam. Let me double check that I don't have anything. Yeah, Petal Ray is in fact better than Bloodvine, so I am good to get started. I'm going to hop in, switch it down to 1 player, and I'm going to show you the strategy. I'm naming the strategy the base strategy. Kinda boring, I know, but that's basically what it is. You're building a base. So I'm choosing Impossible, and I need to lock in, guys. I'm not kidding. I wanted to have 500,000 seeds for tomorrow, and I also wanted to have Beehive for tomorrow. I do not have Beehive, and I also do not have 500,000 seeds. So, as a result, I am cooked, and I need to play this game for the rest of the day. So, starting off in this base strategy, it requires really Money Tree. Money Tree is going to be pretty vital to the survival game mode in general. You really don't get a lot of seeds, money to start off in survival game mode, which is fine. It's survival, it's nothing crazy. You really need to focus on kiting the enemies around the map at first until you can get enough money. What my goal is right now is to lay down 6 money trees and max them out, so that way I have cash for when the actual waves start hitting. You can use this strategy on any of the levels. Honestly, it helps me carry myself pretty consistently until Toxic. The only big issue I have with survival at the moment is the enemies still bouncing out at you when they're clipping into each other. And my second big issue that I have is it feels like there's a memory leak issue with survival where you keep playing longer and longer. So when you go into jungle, it starts getting a little bit more laggy. When you go into island, I really start noticing the lag. It's really difficult. Something else crucial for this is you want to make sure that you have skip wave off for the start. You can turn it on eventually, but definitely at the start of this, you need to have it off. That way you're able to just kite this first pack of enemies around the map. Really simply, you're not really worried about them attacking you, but you can get your money trees laid down, which is key. Continuing to kite these guys around the map, I will fast forward this a little bit until I can get all 6 money trees laid down and leveled up, and then we'll come back and see what time that is. Popping back in to let you know that this method also works really well with a group of friends. all my friends are offline at the moment, and I don't trust randoms in survival because nobody will listen to me. I immediately, like, I'll be queuing up with random people for survival, which I love doing for, like, you know, just regular tower defense because it's fun. I love playing with randoms, but I absolutely despise it in survival. I start off and I'm like, hey guys, can you take directions? And everyone's like, yes, yes, yes. So I get 3 yeses. I hop in. I immediately tell them the directions. So when you're playing with friends, you want them to stand, you know, back here, just as close to the wall as the ledge as they can, just pressed up against the ledge, and you have one person kiting away. They're farming money trees, totally fine. I give them that instruction, and then immediately I see them just laying things around the map and running around like chickens with their heads cut off, and I'm like, okay, so, remember when you said you can follow directions, and then there's no directions followed, and I'm like, okay, alright. Do I stay, or do I leave and play on my own? I just left a group and started playing on my own because of that, because I'm like, I can't right now. I just could not. It was so funny, but it happens every single time I try to play survival on my own. Alright, back to keeping my money trees, getting them leveled up. I also like to lay down a speed sprinkler after I get them leveled up, just so I have that leveled down, that laid down, and maxed out. I'm curious though, what's the furthest you've made it in survival? I've made it to Toxic a few times, but like I mentioned before, I feel like the game has a bit of a memory leak issue where it starts lagging, and I'm blaming it on the game. All my losses, I'm blaming entirely on the game. Unless, like, yeah, unless I goof up, I run straight into the enemies, but I don't do that. I don't do that. Usually it's the game freezing, and I never have any issues at all in Garden, which is the most annoying part. Garden's totally fine for me. Or I guess it's called Farm here. Farm works totally fine for me. I have 0 issues. I'm able to just consistently run around the map. I never get any lag. I never get any, like, screen tearing or black screening, but as soon as I start getting, like, past jungle, as soon as I get to, like, island or something, island, halfway through it, I can barely, like, keep up because I don't know what's happening. Units are bouncing around the map because of lag, and it's just really, really annoying. Let me know if you guys have these issues. I'm really curious. I don't know if it's because I'm recording, so, like, I've been trying to stop my OBS and then start it up again. I'll, like, completely close OBS between matches. So once I finish farm, I'll close OBS, I'll boot it back up, and then I'll start recording jungle, and I'll do the same thing when I get to island. But it's still, when I get to island, it just doesn't work. It just crashes. So I don't know. I tried doing it, like, without recording just to double check, and I've made it to island, and it still, like, starts lagging out, and I can barely get to Toxic without any latency issues. And it's not my internet, it's not my PC. I've got a very good PC, I've got very good internet, I don't have issues with other games or other game modes even. It's just survival, and it is so infuriating. It takes so long to get anywhere in survival, and just that happening, oh, I am so salty. But my money trees are almost all maxed out, and then I can start laying down my speed sprinkler and laying it up. I'll show you the optimal spot to place speed sprinkler in a moment. So they're almost there. I think I've got 1, 2, 3. I think I've got 3 that need leveled still. I can get 1 more. Let's see. I think, oh no, I think it's 4. 1 more. And then sometimes, another thing, sometimes you can just run through these caves and not have issues, and sometimes the caves are solid items. I don't understand the clipping issues. Like I said before, I really respect the devs. I think they're doing a really great job. I think there's a lot of fixes that need to be implemented, and they're taking them in stride, and they're doing their best. I'm sure they're working really hard on that. It is just frustrating because they did implement a broken, basically, I mean, it's not broken, a very buggy game mode that takes a long time. I guess I wouldn't be as upset if the game mode was fast and buggy, because I wouldn't be, like, putting so much of a time sink into it, but just because I'm putting so much dang time into it, it gets to be a lot really fast. Alright, I finally have all my money trees leveled up, laid down. It's time to lay my speed sprinkler, and I want to place it around there. So in between these 2 trees, so it's in the middle, around where they're hitting, and I'm just going to max that out. Now, my next thing that I'm laying down, ooh, just that bug just bounced out. I'm laying down a few of these slow ice buds. Ice buds are, they're my starter in this, really. It's the only one I want to use as a starter anymore. I don't bring like banana or anything at this point. I just bring ice buds because it does decent damage and you can upgrade it pretty fast. I want to place another ice buds over on this corner and then on this corner. That way these units that come out of these little caves to the left and right kind of pass through those before they get to me back here. Yeah, you can see them already doing it. Some might not. Like, this guy needs a little bit more attention, right? So I'm gonna drag him back, but these are gonna be my first ones that I'm focusing on leveling up just to fool these two on the corners now. I'll give them a second. But yeah, really, you wanna just hang out back here. You can even count the tiles that I'm placing this at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tiles up is a sprinkler. One in front of that is my first ice buds, and then one behind that, over to the left and right, are going to be more ice buds. And like I said, I want to focus on getting these 2 ice buds maxed. That way, all the units that are passing through are getting hit pretty heavily. And my speed sprinkler is maxed, yes, I just wanted to check that. Another thing I can do is, I think I will, just so it goes a little bit faster, but start laying down a few, like, DPS units. So I brought this guy with as a lower level DPS unit, because I can place 2 of them. I think that's a polite number, I don't really need more than 2 of them. Just as my starter. Takes 25 to level them up. They do decent damage. I like that fire though, so if they get hit by the slow, they've got that extra fire damage on them, which I think is pretty valuable. I just have to get them leveled up so that the ones that pass through really do pass through them as well. Alright, so one's getting leveled up over there, and they have a pretty decent range. Their range is up to 34. It's nothing like Rosebeam at 47, Chuggercorn 45, 35 is Petal Ray, so it's very comparable to the Petal Ray. I know that's a Gamba unit. All the other units I have here are pretty simple to get. Either you save for them. Well, Jugger, I guess, isn't so simple anymore. Jugger's, rest in peace, Juggercorn, but... and Rosebuds, but you can still get Petal Ray, and that's really all you need. You just need one decent DPS unit. I'm just a little spoiled with my kit right now. But I'm going to focus on getting these guys on the battlefield maxed out then. I'm also going to turn Skip Wave on. I think I can handle that at this point. Just to make this go faster, because I hate how slow this game mode is. Something I'm doing right now is I'm setting these sunflowers to be, like, set to random. Because they don't have a fastest option, last, central, weakest. Yeah, I'm just setting it to be random, so that way, I got this actually in a comment on one of my videos. It will help all of them get slowed, not just, like, the one that hit the circle first. I'm gonna start laying down these Petal Rays next, just so I have a little bit more damage actually hitting these guys. These guys have a decent range, like I said before, so I'm gonna place them here and here. Okay, I got worried for a second that he was outside of the sprinkler range, now he's just inside. That's good. And they don't take very much to level up. They're honestly a very strong unit. They're probably one of the best, like, cost, price, affordability range units in the game. Alright, and we'll just wait this out. I like my fit. I dressed up for the not the toxic event. I dressed up for the... I like my fit a lot. I dressed up for the new event coming out, the corrupted event, and I feel like it's giving that vibe pretty well. I'm gonna try to dress up more. I'm sad I didn't film the dress up and haul. I'm really sad I didn't film the haul and the dress up, but I like how my character turned out. I always like this, like, wispy cut on them though. It looks cute, it looks a little whimsical. We love whimsy. I can deal with a little bit of whimsy in this house. Alright, we got some chonkers coming through. Alright, that got taken care of really well. And you are leveled up, and you are leveled up. So I'm gonna lay down 2 more just to maximize that DPS. And really, I'm gonna be building kind of around these trees, just so they're just in range of my sprinkler. They're hitting maximum range to the corners of the map, no one can really slip through, and that's my goal. There we go, 1 more down, there's 2. So that's my maximum Pyro Petals and maximum Petal Rays I can have out. Next I'm going to focus on saving for Rosebeam, I think, because Juggercorn's nice, but I'd like to, well, not saving. After I get these guys all leveled up, I'm going to save for some Rosebeams, because I want my heavy hitter to come out, so I don't need to stress. Like I said before, you can absolutely do this with lower level units. It's totally possible to progress with 0 through 3-star units, 0 through 2-star units even. You don't need to be picky, and that's why I like this game mode. It's one of the things I really value about this, is you don't have to have the best units to succeed at. I really think that's perfect for this game. I feel like starting off in this game, it's... Oh, I'm gonna turn Skip Wave off just for the boss, so that way I don't have more enemies coming out and I don't actually get dinked. I always turn Skip Wave off just because I'm, like, usually needing to kite the bosses around just a smidge at first. But after they're about at this level, I can skip the wave and run back to my base. And you can start seeing why I call it a base. I kind of make this archway around my character so that way no one can really break through. Alright, I got these slows maxed on the corners, and that was my goal. Something sad about this game mode that I haven't mentioned yet is you can't sell items. You can only delete them, so you don't get your money back for them. Which is really... it sucks. It sucks, guys. It's not it. So eventually I'm gonna have to sell my money trees, and I'm not gonna get any return on them. I'm not gonna get any of the money I put into them back, which is just, oh, it's so rough. But it's not the end of the world. Alright, chicken jockey, good, good. Getting them melted. Perfect. 3, 3, 3, 3, 5, 3, 4. We'll do you next. Doop. And the pyro petals do good damage. Like, they're really good damage, honestly. And that burning, I don't know why I haven't brought them out more. I think they're super useful in this mode, especially like having that burning on them. Alright, everyone is getting absolutely cooked, as we want. Alright, see how this pyro petal is now like edging the whole map? It's crossing over in the center, so there's going to be no one able to avoid the range of it to get to me. Someone's going to have to pass through it at some point. And I need one more level on this guy over here to have the same on that map. Oh, chicken jockey. Chicken jockey! Okay, we're good. Yeah, we'll give this one a level. There we go. So now it doesn't matter where they are, they're going to be hit. Strongest, closest, random, first, last. I don't even know. We'll set some of these to random. I think random will be good, just to have a few on it. And have a few consistent and a few random. Alright, we got some boss wave coming out, so I'm putting the skip wave off again, like I said I would. Level that up. And they should be relatively fast being melted. Yeah. 5, 4. We'll do you next. And when I get up in like the higher level matches, like jungle or toxic, I usually will replace some of my DPS units, honestly, so I can have 2 more slows, 2 more ice buds. I think that's pretty valuable. I'll even bring, if I plan on playing pretty long, I'll bring a Stunflower occasionally because it's a decent slow, and I just want to keep those enemies away from me. They get fast later on. Like, your first time getting to Island, you might be surprised at how absolutely fast those units are. Alright, we are over halfway. We're at almost wave 30, which is perfect. I can start getting these rosebuds out. These rosebuds have the best range of any unit that I have right now, so I'm going to be placing them, like, decently far apart. Come on. I need 1,000 more. Let me have it. There we go. And they even start off doing pretty good damage and have a pretty good range. Their first level is so cheap also, so I always just level them up 1 at least before I do the next one. And I'm going to put the next one like right across from it on the other side, so over there looks good. Like I said, I'll level him up 1, and I don't think I'm going to have to move much more after this, so I should be good. I'm going to take a sip of water, melt the chicken jockey. Alright, I think I can very comfortably leave skip wave on at this point, and just relax a bit. 20 minutes in, and I can finally relax, guys. 20 minutes in! Oh, goodness. Alright, melt the Snail King. I almost called him the Ice King, like Adventure Time. Have you guys ever watched Adventure Time? That's like literally my favorite show of all time. I love Adventure Time. Alright, 14. Then we're gonna get this one up to 30 next. I guess I could level this Ice Buds to max. I feel weird leaving something unmaxed on my field. So I'll just get these couple units that I don't have maxed leveled up. You. And then I need 10,000 for you. Pyro Petal does more damage than my Bloodvine. I don't know why I don't bring it usually. That's so goofy, like, and it even has that fire damage. Yeah, that's definitely in my kit for this now, and it's not too hard to get. I think it's only a 1 in 100 from that box. I'll lay down my 3rd Rose Beam in the center, and I can probably here shortly start selling my money trees and laying Juggercorns down if I wanted to. I don't even know if I want to. I don't think I need to. But I will, just to, you know, just to play it safe, just to make it a little easier on me so I can just AFK with peace of mind for the last bit. We'll lay down some Juggercorns. Ooh, maybe it was a good idea that I am, because they started getting fast. Did you see them just jumping out at me? Wow. You can lay down 5 Jaggercorns, so I will do that happily. And you know what? Let's just throw down my last 2 Ice Buds. There we go. Maxed units. Look at that, chat. That way I can just turn my head off and let them do their job. You need maxed out, though. We'll do that. We have 35, so we are cooking. Oh, there comes a Snail King, but he is melted. Awesome. But yeah, this is my setup. And basically, I'll be doing this setup for the rest of the games. I might start by laying down more ice buds at first. And like I said, ice buds are relatively easy to get. I just got one this morning, which was nice because I left my computer AFK overnight. It should be 1/100. I don't think I've ever gotten it, so I don't know about that one, Captain, but it should be 1 in 100. Every 5 minutes in the AFK zone, but what do I know? Oh gosh, they get fast. And that's why I like to stand back here, because like they won't go really past right here in front of me. So I just have to like stand on the edge, relax, let my units do their work, and not noodle up too far. I'm gonna get this last Rose Beam leveled to max. And Rose Beam's great because look, it covers like all of the map until it hits me. That's exactly what I want to see. 57. So we're gonna be here for a minute. Do I want to level? I'll level my Jaggercorns first. But just make sure you keep returning to your safe spot whenever you're doing this. Now, I am waiting for real for this Rose Beam. We're at wave 39, and you'll get more money in the later waves, so my Rose Beams will be maxed out and everything. But yeah, let me know if you found this helpful. Let me know if you've used this strategy before, what strategies you use. Me and my friend came up with this one, and I feel like it works pretty well. I really like base mode. I really like not having to run around. I even have my hands off the keyboard. I'm doing some like little cardio stretches with them. That way my wrists don't get tired from more play. But I will come back to you in the next wave. But that looks like a success to me. Let me know if you guys have beat any impossible levels in survival. Let me know if you've made it to jungle, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.